This is Ben Stein. Here's a guy who believes that the planet is, I think, only like 6,000 years old. I don't know. I think he is a creationist. But even he is smart enough to know that the Laffer curve, the idea that as you raise taxes, people will work less, or that somehow lower taxes create more business, is a joke. He knows that when you raise taxes, you get more revenue. When you lower taxes, you get less revenue. And here he is explaining it to the mentally challenged Fox and friends. You will see, you will hear that they are just, it's as if like, someone was showing them magic.
What is the way in which we fix the economy with entitlements, spending, taxes? How do you see it?
I hate to say this on Fox, I hope I'll be allowed to leave here alive, but I don't think there's any way we can cut spending enough to make a meaningful difference. We're going to have to raise taxes on very rich people with incomes of like, say, 2, 3, 4 million a year and up, and then slowly move it down. $250 a year, that's not a rich person.
So you don't think Washington just has a spending problem?
I do not think they just have a spending problem. I think they have partly a spending problem, but they also have a too low taxes problem. And with all due respect to Fox, whom I love like brothers and sisters,
well,
taxes are too low.
That sounds like Bull Simpson.
It is Bull Simpson.
So you agreed with the deficit?
Yes, they have to cut spending and raise taxes.
But more revenue was brought in during the Bush years than any other time.
Well, because the economy was growing during that time, even more revenue would have been brought in if they hadn't cut taxes. I mean, revenue is very largely a function of two things: tax rates and the level of economic activity. The level of economic activity was very high until 2008, so they were bringing in more money. But tax revenues actually fell from 2001 to 2002. Then they recovered.
Right, Ben, and you have this great economic mind. Would the revenues have grown at the rate if the taxes were too high?
Well, the evidence is that there's no clear connection between the level of taxation and the level of economic activity. The biggest growth and prosperity we've ever had in this country was from roughly 1941 to roughly 1973. That was the best years we ever had, and those were years of much, much higher taxes than we have now during wartime and during peacetime. So the economy can grow very fast even with much higher taxes. And we're going to have to do something. Look, I do not want my children, my wonderful granddaughter, to be facing a bankrupt America. I don't think you
But
feel.
Do you think the world looks anything like then like it does now? We were the only players back then.
Taxes were at 70, 80%.
I know, and yet we were very prosperous. We were extremely prosperous. I mean, we had the highest rate was in the 90s during parts of the 50s, and yet we were very prosperous.
Check out.
All right, so there you go. And then basically what they said is we could never have you back on again. And we have to go cry. I love how these guys are trying to say, but that was a very different place. The world was a completely different place at that time. Did human beings have even two legs at that time? This is just wonderful. Now,
Asia and China, the land masses that are Asia and
that's right.
Europe, they didn't even rise out of the water until.
Yeah, wasn't they all went out and had a stiff drink after that. Blasphemy! Blasphemy! Now, of course, you should also know that the reason why the deficit has gotten so large since 2008 is because we had a falling amount of tax revenues, because of the continued tax cuts, but also because there was less economic activity. We went through a massive recession. But I have a feeling that's the last time you'll ever hear that concept explained to those people again, because frankly, I'm surprised they didn't all have to take, like, we're all going to have to take a day off tomorrow.
We'll upload this one on YouTube. Their faces look like they just saw a ghost.
Unbelievable.
Just completely, just amazing.